Seekers to was saying, going through the colours and how they relate to the way we behave and the way we go on as individuals. One sees it in this type of environment we're in the society, that it is good to use these colour code awareness as a way to shield you, but also to keep you aware of people around you that are not aware. And they might not even really care about what the colours are and all that. But through viewing the value of what colours are and what they mean, and the way people in elite positions in this world use them, even though we might not reckon they are using them, because it's just a colour after all, isn't it? But it's only when you see the character of the colour, the quality that it is on a subtle level, once you know your subtle system, that you're able to view that, oh, there is a quality to having this type of colour, this type of colour. That's the reason it's here. That's the reason I'm conscious of the colour. So having raised one's awareness with respect to green, in the talk earlier, one went up to yellow. Bringing the green level into the colour codes, then you can see the qualities of that colour, relate that to viewing the balanced masters around your stomach that relate to the green. That means all the enlightened masters are stationed around the green. So once you have a good quality green and you've been guided in the awareness of the masters that are around the green, then you're able to see each character of each master in their depth of their own green colour, in their own aura, and make it into yours. That way, you won't have individuals taking you off your own expression, because you can say, oh, I'm speaking to the qualities of this prophet now, or this prophet. That's who I'm with. And you can feel relaxed with that awareness, because you have the awareness in yourself of the enlightened master's virtue. The communication one is sharing in respects to the colour green. Once you do your research, your studies of specific masters that will help you to have a better perception of the value of what green is. I'd like to bring two masters. There are 10 masters, but I'll bring two. I'll bring Nanak, Indian master, who travelled around, got his enlightenment, viewing different faiths, and then returned to his relations with that quality of enlightened awareness. And I bring Lao Tzu as a person who watched his society misbehave, and through observing his society and the way they were acting, was able to write the script known as the Tao, the Way. So with Lao Tzu, he shared the power of observation with nature and the society. That's just two masters and their specific qualities to them being enlightened. And having a specific color in their aura, in their enlightenment, that we have in us, too, once we're in tune with their levels of their aura. In that green type of quality of these masters, you're in a position through practice, through the meditation, with respects to self-realization, to be your own student, to be your own teacher, to be your own master, and dare I say it, to be your own prophet. Or prophetess, I call the female prophet. What's missing in our environment as a whole? Community, globe, universal, is the integrated awareness with all these corona, with all these vaccines, with everything going on, with the qualities of these masters, of these prophets, on a subtle level, and even on a gross level, they're not advocated. And they can't advocate them on a gross level, these masters, really. There are ones that have had a go at doing it, but they didn't get nowhere. One of the reasons, if a master is enlightened and you try and put a master down, try and say, oh, master is not really a good master and all this and all that. But if they are a real good master, and you reckon they're not a good master, but they are, then you're not going to last long in your criticism of them. Because they're a good master. So you can only put them down so long. Eventually you're going to have to shut your mouth. And same as the people that have been listening to you will have to shut their ears. Because after all that talk you gave about that master, it didn't last long. It didn't sustain itself. So all that talk you gave before really had no clout, had no real substance in what you were saying. Raising to number 4, to the purple color of our aura. Again, it's not really in the communication of all the philosophers I've seen talking on YouTube. Pardon me. Pardon me. And that's through them not having maybe had lucid experience with colours the way I have in themselves, in their history. So maybe they're not in a position to talk about colours the way I am. Maybe that's the reason I'm here talking. Giving philosophy, but also in the presence of the colour of that I'm sharing the philosophy on. Once mentioned the green and the enlightened masters around that. Now I've raised one's level to the purple. And there are, again, higher type of quality masters, prophets to the purple. That keep in check the masters below. If you don't have a specific quality to the masters below, you'll be in no position to rise to the masters higher, to the purple one. This is one of the reasons people in elite societies have identified that they're not in a position to go into higher colours. Doesn't matter how rich they are. Without the grace, the holy grace, of enlightened masters in the lower centers in the body. Once you've got an agreement, like with these centers, then the holy channel that flows through the centers, up and down, won't have to stop. But it is known in the yoga, if there are blocks in any of the centers, instead of the holy breeze flowing through them, she stops at whatever obstacles there are that need to be cleared. That means in the European society that is around the stomach, and also the earth that is around the stomach, if there are a lot of false prophets, masters, teachers around the stomach, around the void, around the stomach, known as the void of illusion, then it would be more difficult for the cool stream within us to flow freely. But once you get in tune with the green, not only of your green, but also the green masters around, they'll open the gateway, so to speak, the pathway for you to go into the purple. And once you go into the purple, you feel, because the purple is the on an evolutionary level, is the element of wind. breath. So once you get that peace with the masters around your stomach that are associated with different parts of the world, they'll open the gateway for you to enter into a sense of security. And once you enter into that place of security, you get what is known as antibodies. These antibodies give you more strength, more gratification, happiness, joy, silence, a sense of responsibility, as they are all higher qualities. But to sustain these qualities, you need to be loyal, clear, with the lower profits in the stomach. If you're not loyal, clear with them, they will correct you and show you you're not being clear with yourself or with them. Forget your friends. Forget your mum, your dad, your family. I'm talking about enlightened masters here that are inside us. Once they awaken inside us, you can't be acting like, oh, it's related to something going on outside you. No, it's related to the awareness that you have, maybe when you were reading the book and laugh to yourself, oh, Lao Tzu, he's intelligent, he's a good one, this one. Or, from the Quran, oh, Muhammad, the way he's written, the way the angel wrote the Quran, oh, it's beautiful. That's what you have to relate to. And how you, in yourself, in the moment you've had that vibe with them, where you've agreed and where you felt your vibe with it. So it's nothing to do with anything to do outside of you in that way. It's got to do the way you're going on with the way you feel when you're on it on your own. Because one has the wisdom also of the higher masters, which is not easy, because a lot of people are too devoted to the lower masters and they get all tangled up between them the way they are now in societies. But once you can get away from the tangled, enlightened masters' opinions, some people are yes, some people are no, some people are no, some people are yes. Once you can get through that by affirming that you are your own teacher, your own master, your own prophet, prophetess, once you can do that, you go to the higher level of feeling secure in the purple, feeling your own responsibility, your own motherly, fatherly joy, and silence. Once you generate enough of that, your own responsibility, your own sense of security, your own silent joy with your mother and father, you can start being more creative about showing the individual's community globe in your world that you are being your own expression, your own prophet, be it through your art, through your writing, the way you dance, the way you cook. Whatever you're doing that expresses you. That's where people in the world today need to move into. The government of this world has witnessed people being ignorant, people being arrogant, people being aggressive. Even their own agents in the government are ignorant, arrogant, aggressive, not alone people they're monitoring. That's where the government is clearing it all out. Because they're aware people in their own agencies are not very clear with themselves. But they're working for us. And we have to watch their ass as much as they watch people they watch for us. Here, once you bring into practice what I've been saying, liberate yourself from these false teachers, false masters, false prophets, false prophetesses. You enter into being your own student, your own master, your own prophet, your own prophetess, then you get the joy of that. You share that, keeping yourself on top with your level. Staying in good spirit with the original masters, not criticizing them, the way I've seen people do, even though they're getting paid. They've got their gratifications. What do you have to criticize the masters for? Because you've suddenly gone up a little bit. All you're going to do is going to bring yourself down. The masters, if the masters help you raise into a level of joy, of self-responsibilities, then remember not to criticize the masters. If you criticize even one master, the rest of them will bring you down. Because they're all one clique. You criticize Muhammad, Lao Tzu will bring you down. You criticize Lao Tzu, Zarathustra will bring you down. You criticize Sinat, Moses will bring you down. You criticize Moses, Rajajanaka will bring you down. If you haven't got that in equilibrium, in and around your stomachs, individually, then you're going to have problems the way you do have already in society. And really you're being stupid. Because you've got technologies to show you how to research what I'm saying. So you're being ignorant. Once you raise yourself to the purple level in the aura field, there are levels in the purple that can bring you down into the green again, into having to watch to be your own master, to your own student, your own prophet. But one of the levels of the purple, you can be too responsible and bring yourself down. Too much responsible, then you brought down. Too heavy. Or you can be irresponsible. Yeah, I've done it now, I'm okay. That will bring you down. Let them do it now. Let me just enjoy the money. That can bring you down. Because you're not being responsible in what you've created. So here with the purple, even so it's a higher color, and you do feel good when you're in it, if you cannot be clear with the lower color of the green, then the purple can go down because you can't sustain the quality of the green. So if you're eating not very good food and you're in the purple, eventually you're going to go down because you haven't got the type of quality that keeps you up. And there's a lot of people make this mistake in our systems, where they might raise up to the level of purple, to the way they do their work, to the way they move on. But then they go to the shops and they buy food, and they go right down to the green. Because they don't eat as good as they work. Or they don't work as good as they eat. That has to be in sync. If you work good, you eat good. You clean good. You read good. They all work in the same stream. Once that purple is properly flowering with the green and the yellow and the red, they all flow freely. Then, with purple, the beautiful power of purple, it gives you the sense of love. It's the sense of joy, the sense of eternal silence, responsibility. It gives you all that. So once you generate enough of that, avoid being over like responsible or start being irresponsible. I'm too secure or too much. Anything too much of these can bring you down. But once you can keep that order, you go up to the blue. Once you're up in the blue, you feel more respect for yourself as a quality, more respect for people as a quality. You feel more diplomacy. You feel more relaxed in the way you speak because you've got a sense of joy here flowing already. You're already responsible. You already got the joy of the mother and father, so you feel nice. You talk, you feel free. And here also you get to silent witness. The quality here is to silent witness and to give you self-esteem. So once the quality of silence, also this relates to America. So once you get the quality of silent witness, of self-esteem, generated from the purple, generated from the green, with respect to them. Once the green recognizes that you respect the purple, and once the purple recognizes you respect the green, they give you the blue. The blue gives you more respect. And as I'm saying now, you get that sweet diplomacy and communication. And you get more self-esteem for yourself, and you feel like you can do more, you can share more with people. Blue is the color of sharing, the color of the sea, where everybody can swim in it and enjoy themselves in the sun. That's blue in its quality. But with blue, if you're not aware clearly of the quality of blue, you can be too respectful for yourself. That's where you have people can be quite aggressive in the blue, where you can be more demanding respect, because you know it's a deep, powerful color that demands respect, demands authority. So people in authorities that do wear blue, if they're not in tune with the various colors that raise you to blue, then these people can end up being violent. Because the blue is like the sea, it can be a whoosh, whoosh. But the real quality of the aura of the blue is to really respect yourself, respect individuals, have beautiful, sweet words, melodious words, and to have self-esteem and to quite view yourself. Blue also relates to the planet Saturn. It's the planet of this discipline and tuning up all the lower chakras, all the lower centers to the communication, to sound. And here there are masters, just like the stomach, that help you to keep up there, so to speak. Once individuals are taught the characteristics of these masters, they'll be able, these prophets, on a heavenly divinity level, they'll be able to sustain the masters and also sustain the colors. At the moment in our society, that is not in reality at all. There's no color awareness in our system, there's no color communication, there's none of that going on. So it's scattered all over the place. When you can see a person, be it this famous person, that person, they're programmed talking to us. They're not talking to none of their colours at all. It's just a program talking. This is what you tell them. Make sure you say it in accordance to the what's written. If you put your own 3 words, it's okay, but not too much. Okay. That's that done. That's how it is nowadays. So they give you a program of what to say, and try it as much as possible to say it as it's been written. And if you do happen to say a couple of things in your own words, that's okay. Just make sure the majority is what's been put on your own paper. That's the way we live in this system now. But once what I'm saying about all these colours get all integrated together, then it will be easier to be free from this pollution, this contamination that's coming from overread by elite individuals in higher levels of our society. They've overdone it with the red, just like the fowl having too much bread and then dropping it in the fucking garden. Well, if you only took a little bit of bread, it would be able to have saved the other bread for the mother for the seagull to take it. Once you raise yourself above the blue, you go into the violet of forgiveness. But before you go into the violet of forgiveness within yourself, you go into the discriminating center. So once you discriminate this, the communication, what you've done, this center also relates to Uranus planet, the planet of revolution, technology. It's also the planet that flows through Pluto and returns again. It's the only planet that does it. That way, once you can discriminate and correct yourself, through having respect for yourself, diplomacy for yourself, and self-esteem for yourself, once you can do that, then you can discriminate, correct yourself, forgive yourself for whatever stuff you might have done, knowingly or unknowingly. Because sometimes you do stuff, you don't even know that you've fucking done it. So you say to yourself in the meditation, in your awareness, if I have done anything wrong today, and I don't know what I've done, I forgive myself. I didn't know. And once you get that cool vibe going, you get the realization as a culmination of all these colors. Now, what I want to share now, what I thought to say, was once all these colors raise themselves above your brain, they germinate, generate, fluctuate the quality of all of them together. Now, it's been said many moons ago in India that you had to do many years of meditation for these colors to all come up together. But in modern times, because of evolution, this type of channel has been easier to flow through evolution and through all the detrimental stuff that's been going on planet Earth anyway. So the Earth is generating this quality for the Earth to be liberated from all the sickness, all the pain that has been occurring, repeating itself through history. The quality of raising all these colors above us is that they get in touch with the eternal colors of the universe. There, what you want to achieve on this earth will be easier, because now you're not attached to them in your body, the way we are now, but you'll be more attached in a detached way to a higher color system that has brought them here anyway. There are people on this earth that are looking for the truth. if you are a genuine seeker of truth, with a pure desire, as her holiness Shumaji has said in meditation. If you have that, then it will be easier for you to race through all the colors. But if you're not really clear, not really deep in your what you want to realize, then there might be blocks to the chakras through the channeling of what is being actualized here. But the goal of what's being said is once, this is what I want to say about this conversation this evening, is that once you've generated enough qualities of these qualities, even people around you, be it your friends, your family, they'll get that vibe from you. And they feel the vibe, oh, like I feel nice qualities around the vibe here. That means you don't have to like go and give this type of realization of all the colors and everything to your family, to your friends, but through you yourself, having the awareness yourself and are practicing yourself with these colors, they'll automatically work on them anyway. And that's what needs to happen now in this society we're living in, where on one level, with our strength, we need to have compassion for people that have been tangled up in this vaccine. With this corona. But we also have to have a correcting compassion, so to speak, for people that have been taking this adrenaline blood thing, tortured children's blood and all that. We have to clear them out too. Have compassion for their ignorance, for their arrogance. Because of what they've done, they're now presenting ways to clear what they've done by using people that they know their blood is clean from having done what they've done and put into their blood. So people in this elite world are aware they might have money, they might have this type of power with economy, but they're also aware that their blood, because of them mixing their blood with, say, tortured children, is not as rich as their bank account. Maybe as rich as a person with average money in the street. So that is the addictive part of this adrenaline blood ritualistic thing they've done, where the addiction enters in because the person they've tortured or they've got this blood from can be anybody. And even if they are somebody that they've tortured, somebody like special, everybody's special, but somebody from this family or that family, it's not going to change the fact that they've done something that is a habit from an entity that they're attached to. And their economic power is not taking away the fact that now they've brought somebody else's stream into their stream, where people on a whole in the world don't even know it exists and will never experience it. So it makes sense to inject people where an elite person can say, oh, the majority of people will never take the adrenaline thing we've taken. So it makes sense to help liberate what we've done and help to raise our blood up from what's brought our blood down from what we've taken from other people in the world anyway. And it can mean anybody. Anybody. They're in a position to take whatever they've taken through the years. It's all a polluted soup. And that's one of the reasons they've gone into the red, put people into the red by what they're doing. And here one is showing that they've done what they've done, but for them to raise themselves up from what they've done, they're doing what they're doing, but they need to go through all the colours. So even if yellow does let them through, they also have to enter the green. And will the green let them through? Because the green are all enlightened masters. And if the enlightened master says to you, what did you take? All right, the yellow let you through because the yellow is the sun. And the sun will just, will get around you. The sun, the sun will let you through because the sun's just fire, let you through. But I'm a green one. And I've got these enlightened masters that were once human, remind you. These masters wasn't like some Superman. They were like human beings enlightened. And they're going to ask the question. If Moses will ask the question, what did you take the adrenaline of a child that's been tortured for? I'll let you through. I'll let you through, but let me know what you done that for. I'll let you through, but let me know what you done it for. Because I just wanted to get high, go up there. Okay. And now you don't want to do it no more. You want to redeem yourself. Yeah. Okay, you've got work to do. You've got homework to do. You've got some charities to do with yourself. And that's just the beginning. That's just one master telling you that. What about when you go to Lao Tzu? What's Lao Tzu going to say? Moses will let you through. If Moses let you through, they say usually it's one master that lets you through, another let you through. The other masters will let you through. But you have to make changes in yourself to please that master. Do it just the way you done with Moses. So if Moses will let you through, Lao Tzu will let you through too. But you have to show Lao Tzu what you can do to help show that you've cleared from what you've been doing. And once you've passed through Lao Tzu, you have to go through Zarathustra. Zarathustra might agree with Lao Tzu letting you through and Moses letting you through, but maybe Zarathustra will make it harder for you to go through before you go through all the masters for you to get to the purple level. And this is where individuals on a whole in this society, in the future today, there's no way around it. There's no sneaky door you can get away from. There's no little hole you can make big to get out. There's no way around it. You have to look at each master's agreement for you to go to the purple, higher color than the green, and get the joy, the silence, the responsibility, the sense of security with yourself. The sense of security, that sense of like, yeah. To get that, how many you get that nowadays? That, oh, yeah. How many get that? But that's what you're looking for. That's what you need. That's your... Yeah? That's what you're looking for. To get the agreement with all the 10 masters and raise yourself to the color of purple. And once you've done that, you can raise yourself to the blue. And once you get to the blue, you get to the violet here. Violet is about forgiving yourself, forgiving people. Once you can forgive yourself, forgive people, then you can move on. At times, people say they can't forgive people for what they've done. But once you can see that you've corrected the best you can do, then you just forgive them. If they're not right what they're doing, just let it be. It's nothing to do with you. Don't bring yourself down by saying to individuals, I don't forgive you. Because all they do, they attach themselves to you. Oh, it's good you don't forgive me. I can stay around you. So it's good to forgive them, just let them go. Because they hang around you. Because they know you don't forgive them. They chill out around you. But once you forgive them, you're able to move on. And once you've done that, you get all the qualities of all the masters above you. And in that freedom, you're not really attached to the colors in the physical body anymore. You're free to enjoy all their qualities without the sympathy, the nerves, the muscles all playing around the way they are now. At the moment now in our world, we've got lots of sympathies, lots of nerves, lots of muscles all playing around the bloodstream. Because they haven't shown enough respect to the red, the blood, for the blood to say to them, why don't you fuck off to the fucking yellow up there? Stop wanking around me. Eh? So that's a very powerful red that I'm talking through now. Very powerful red. A red that can see through a person's vision that they'd like to go higher and tell them, look, you've done all right, you've done your homework now. No, fuck off, go higher. Stop hanging around me like red is the only thing you see in this world. You've done good, go up now. Go up. So now a lot of these elite people, that's what they're hearing from me now. I'm saying to them, go up now. Stop wanking around the fucking red. Move on. If you can't move on, then what you done wrong? Eh? Eh? So you got to move on. Go higher than the red, you go into yellow. You say thanks to the red. So a good red, a good red will want you to go up. We won't want to keep you there running around the red. Oh, it's my period today. Oh, it's my period next week. Oh, you know, now you're a 40-year-old woman. No, I'm period. Oh, what the fuck? The sooner the period fucks off, the better, mate. You maybe go to yellow then. You know what I mean? You get women like that who stick to all 30, 40 years in the red. Always wondering about the period. They don't see the sun's going to come out in summer, yeah? They've got to go higher in the aura. But if a woman doesn't know she's got a fuck, a lot of women don't even know they've got an aura.
Even old woman was 60. You're talking to her half an hour. Half an hour you could talk to her. You could be talking in the red. I'm talking to an old woman. I'm talking in the red half an hour. She doesn't even know. But a wise man knows he's talking to her in the red, knows she's an older woman, takes to the yellow, takes to the green, takes to the purple, takes to the blue, takes to the violet, takes to fucking straight to heaven. She's a good old grandma. You see the joy in her eyes. You speak to her. So just like that, when you are aware of the colours, even a person that's not aware of the colours, like some of these old grandmas, because they're old school, granddads, not aware of their colours, but because you're aware of your colours, you can give that awareness to them without them even knowing you are. But you can see in their aura that their aura is improving, and without them knowing, you're sending them to heaven. Because you're clarifying their colours for them that you're aware of, that they might not be aware of. And there's not much you can do with some of these elderly people because they're old school. You know, it's like the moment's gone for that. Too busy worried about this and that, and it's just let it be. But some of our old school, they want it. They want to know it, and they get to know it before they pass away. I think that goes for the same with sexuality. The aware of sex. That's not really being, with these modern people, elderly people, they're not about it. But the old school sex people, can't be all talking about longevity with sexuality and all that. It's past their moments for that one. But the same thing with sexuality, it goes to the same colour codes. The majority of people in London, in England, are in the red with sex. I'm sorry, but you are. You are all on your periods with sex. Male and female. Yeah? You're on the red. So the majority of people in England are in the red with sex. I'm sorry, but you are. That goes for you. That goes for you to America, baby. So this is what I'm saying with respects to elevating not only your spiritual awareness with the colours, but also your sex. The way you fuck, the way you suck, the way you take it. Also the way you eat. The way you eat. Some people always eat in fucking McDonald's. McDonald's is alright sometimes, but not 3 times a fucking week. That'll put you in the red. It's alright once now and again, McDonald's, but 3 times a week I'm seeing you there. Even McDonald's, the fucking staff saying, what's this guy doing here? Keeping us in the fucking red. Yeah, you gotta move on. Go to fucking Kentucky, man. Shit. Go to a kebab. Make a fucking change. So this is the thing about awareness. Well, we can't keep on getting stuck in the same old fucking habits. Because people in the government and the system will see that you're doing it and say, all right then, let's fuck these individuals off. They're not fucking doing anybody any good anyway.